The Flyer Flex is a very approachable e-bike that's easy to ride. I feel like it would make for a great commuter style e-bike, something that's nice to take around your neighborhood, and I feel like it's kind of catered towards families or parents because it has this kid hauler setup in the back, and if you don't have kids, you could haul cargo or pets or anything else. So overall, it's pretty versatile, so I wanted to go over it, share its features, how it was riding it, so let's do that. Starting off with the wheels, it has a 24-inch tire in the front and a 20-inch tire in the back, and I kind of like that setup just because it felt easier to put children in here because it sits a little bit lower. And the other nice thing is that I feel like riding it was a little bit smoother as well, just because the center of gravity felt lower to the ground, so it felt easy to manage and handle and turn without feeling like I'm gonna tip over. So I really enjoyed that. And the fact that it has a larger front tire just made it still feel like a normal ride. Not that I'm on this small bike, but it felt comfortable. It just felt nice to ride with this different size wheel balance. This e-bike has fenders with it, which keeps you cleaner and the bike cleaner, but you can see that it doesn't have any front suspension, and typically I don't like bikes without suspension, but this one still felt like a really smooth ride to me. I took this out on like gravel roads with a bunch of little stones in it, and our pavement even have cracks in it and bumps, but this still felt really smooth to ride. I don't know why. Maybe it's the nicer tires. These are like Kenda tires and they're slightly larger than regular bicycle tires. I think they're 2.4 inches wide, but overall it just still felt like a comfortable ride, even though it doesn't have any suspension, so I really can't complain too much about that. Taking a look at the handlebar setup, it's very clean and simple, which I like. And then the grips on this feel nice as well. They have a good texture to them and they're a little bit squishy, so they feel comfortable to hold on to, especially for longer rides. And then the brakes are really nice as well. These are Tektro hydraulic brakes and they're paired with 180 millimeter rotors, which I feel like makes the braking performance better. And that's important on a bike like this, especially if you're going to be hauling children or cargo, which will increase your payload. It'll be nice to have good brakes on it that just stop you smoothly and abruptly. Comes with a left-handed thumb throttle and also your display screen off here to the left-hand side. That's kind of nice if you ever want to mount your phone to it. There's plenty of handlebar space to do that. But then on your screen, it has a nice display that's easy to see in the bright sunlight. And the one thing I really do appreciate about this screen is that it shows your battery life in an actual number percentage. So I have it down to 27% right now because I've been riding it a lot. So it's just a really clean display. You can toggle between different pedal assist levels on here. It has 4 and the top speed is up to 20 miles an hour. And you can also toggle on and off your turn signals, which are in the back of the e-bike right here. It also comes with brake lights and also a headlight. But one of the nice things about this blinker setup is it automatically shuts off after a certain amount of time. That way you don't just forget about it and leave your blinkers on for your whole ride. The battery on this seems a little bit smaller, but it advertises that you'll get a range from 20 to 40 plus miles on one charge. And I feel like that is pretty accurate. When I took this out, I was able to get like 30 some miles, maybe like 34, 35 miles on one charge. But this will be dependent how much cargo you have back here, the weight of your child, how heavy are you, the riding conditions, how fast you go, and things like that will dictate your range. But I feel like the 20 to 40 some miles an hour is a pretty accurate estimate. This e-bike only has a 500 watt motor, but I feel like for most of the riding I did, there was no problem at all. I could tell it bogged down a little bit on larger hills, but for the most part, it was able to maintain its speed without any issues. The dual kickstand is nice. It makes it easier putting children on this and taking them out. And you can also hop on the e-bike while it's still set up like this. Then all you have to do is rock forward to start going. And the other nice touch is I like that it has this little spring that connects the front wheel to the frame. It just keeps your tire straight at all times when you're not actually riding. This also makes it easier getting on and off the e-bike because it always orientates itself back to just this neutral position. The weight capacity of this bike is 330 pounds, and then the rear rack holds a weight capacity of 80 pounds. I sat back here and I weigh 160 pounds and it still held me. It's probably not safe at that point, but I'm just letting you know that this thing is pretty durable. When it comes to the riding experience with this e-bike, I feel like this is where it really shines compared to a lot of other e-bikes that I've tested. The torque sensor on this thing works great. The harder you pedal and the more energy you put into pedaling, the faster the e-bike goes, and then as you pedal softer, it slows down as well. But it's really adaptive and responsive, so there's no lag in it when you're pedaling. It just adjusts your speed very smoothly. It feels like you're riding a normal bike. That's why I said at the beginning of this video that this bike is very approachable and easy to ride. I also felt like the power level was dialed in for exactly what I like it to be. There wasn't a lot of upfront torque or fast acceleration, so it was really smooth and gentle, which is what you want if you're going to be hauling children. I feel like that's nice, way better than like whiskey throttling out of here. But the other thing that I appreciated is it felt like it allowed me to get up to 20 miles an hour without killing myself. I didn't have to pedal super hard and crazy when I was in the 4th pedal assist level to get me up to 20 miles an hour, which I feel like in some of my other e-bikes, you have to like kill yourself trying to give it enough energy to make you go at that top speed. So I felt like it was pretty smooth all around riding this. It also has a 7-speed trigger shifter, which makes it easy changing different speeds, and it gave you decent resistance when you're going at its top speed of 20 miles an hour. So I felt like overall, I really enjoyed taking this out and riding it. The one downfall with this e-bike really doesn't have anything to do with the bike itself. It comes down to the price. At the time of this recording, this e-bike comes in at $2,300, and that's just for the bike itself. That doesn't include the basket or the child bolster bar seat setup. Those are extra costs that you would have to get separately, so it can run you up to like $2,500, $2,600 with the added accessories. So that is more of a premium price for sure. But you are getting a really nice quality product. There isn't much gimmicky features on this thing. It all has quality parts. The tires are good. The frame is solid. The battery is good. The child setup safety feature in the back is really secure. So the bike itself is a solid product, and it's a reputable company like Flyer Radio. They've been around for forever, I feel like, and they sell a ton of family type products, so I feel like they have a pretty good setup for dealing with customers, but it's just a higher price tag on their product. So I guess let me know what you think about it. Is this a setup that you're interested in or not? Let me know in the comments, and hopefully this gave you some insight on the Flyer Flex. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.